Okay, all good. Sindel, bro, you aren't hiding in the sand dunes, but that can just start to freak me out. Oh, just throwing it out there, Sindel, bro. Five four 524. Good morning. I'm no king, mate. Okay. Yeah, not a king, but anyway, welcome. God's loyal, mate. God's loyal. I'm honestly, man, I'm worried you've gone vegan on me. You're just so passive. In the immortal words of Maxwell Smart, and loving it. All right. All right, fam. Let's. Is the audio in sync? Is the audio in sync? Yes, we can start doing some YouTube filming. Lovely. People, just excuse me. Yeah. Sindel, you're wonderful, but sometimes I think you don't understand my sarcasm and satire. I know, mate. It doesn't take you 2.5 hours to watch 60 Minutes, does it? Because sometimes I wonder, Sindel. The Expressed Axe. G'day, champ. How are you, mate? So, I love using the 2.5 hours to watch 60 Minutes line. Now, excuse me for a second. I've just got to go down to this and, what's it? No, not the mobile. General, did I do? Hey, there we go. Copy text, great. And, yep. Da-da-da. Great. Copy text, only this time I'll spell it correctly. It's stuck in here for a second. Promote your content. No. Oh, flower. I'll figure it out. Rightio, let's just chuck that there for now. I have no comment on that, Sindel. No comment on that. With the amount that you lot drink when you get together, it's surprising it doesn't take you fall. Okay. Now, Famo, do you remember this spot? Whoa, hello. I've just seen a big silver flash in the waves. Excellent, let's get on with it. Less talk, more work. Now people, you'll be pleased to know that I've reactivated a couple of Australian agencies for fishing tackle. Right, we're not going to do reels, we're going to leave that to the expert, but we're going to do everything else, okay? So, without further ado, let's crack on. Hey Headhunter, how are you, bud? Welcome to the stream, mate. There we go, there. Get the new one or the old one? I think we'll get the newer one. Did I bring it? Yeah, put that there. Okay, now I've been asked a lot of questions about casting. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is during the Twitch live stream, with your help, I'm going to do some footage for YouTube. So, can anyone tell me where the most important stage of your casting is before you even get to the water, fam? Anyone care to take a guess? Even before you get to the beach. Everyone's thinking, which is a good sign. Hey Bamboozled, how are you, bud? So, the most important stage for your casting is when you're in a fishing tackle store buying your fishing rod. Now, whenever you grab a fishing rod out of the rack, okay, always put the rod together, line up your guides so that the reel seat's in line with your guides, okay? And then what you do this in front of the salespeople, put a gentle bend in it, because every single rod, like all pieces of wood, have a sweet spot where they have the most resistance. Boom. So on this one here, this rod is actually built on the backbone of the rod, which is what you want, because if you don't do that, okay, if you've got a rod that's built 30 degrees off to the side of the alignment of your guides, when you go to cast, right, you'll always have that slight right to left, because as you go through and flex with your cast, the rod just wants to go back to its original position, and if it's the other way, then it flexes the other way. So if you want to get maximum return for your effort when you're casting, you've got to buy a fishing rod that's built on the backbone, okay? So what I'll do now is I'll show you a couple of other things as we go along. OTC, how you really need a distraction. I'm happy for you, Bam. Yeah, good mate, really well. Life's great. Never been better. Right. Only this time, I hope I don't slice my finger open. So the fishing rods that you've seen, PA, how are you, bud? No, I'm not Rex Hunt, mate. There's only one Rex. So this fishing rod that you see me using, it's about, it'd nearly be 15 years old now. And we've caught a lot of fish with these rods. So I'm glad that we finally got our winter sort of weather and our winter beach pattern, because in the summer with the Indian Ocean, the seas are very gentle, very calm. You know, there's not much that goes on. But in the winter, there's a little bit more water around. And as you can see, we've got this waves forming, which they don't really do here in the summer because it's so peaceful and flat. So, rightio. Big reel on there. We'll just do a little rig. Whoops. I'll do up a rig. Haven't had a cast yet, PA. Oh mate, it's an unseasonably warmish winter, but that's all right. No one talks about seasons anymore, Bam. They talk about climate, you know what I mean, as if they know best. So, hey, Fat Willis, how are you, bud? Good to see you, mate. Oh. What was that? Oh, the axe. Rightio, there we go. No, we're not going to use them. Let's bring that in here. Everything's just so neat. I just feel like messing it all up. So, yeah, not bad, bud. Thought I'd go out and have a bit of a fish because that's what we do. So this spot that we're on here is a spot that we've caught snapper live on stream before, bud. The biggest one was 95, I think. So, nice big fish. Okay, now got some 55-pound mainline there. Where did I leave my 30-pound? Those unexplored mysteries. Oh, let me just get a sinker. No. How's Sydney today, mate? Is it nice and wet over there or what? We're actually not going to need too much weight today, fam. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a size 6 snapper lead for the big outfit, and I'm going to use a size 4 snapper lead. Now what I might do... Oh, it's sunny. Half your luck, man. That's an 8. Yeah, we'll just go 6 and 8 for now, and we'll see how that pans out. DCX, certainly am. Hey, Skydog Games, how are you, bud? Welcome to the stream. Georgia! That's in Atlanta, isn't it? All right. Welcome to the stream, mate. We don't care where you're from. We welcome everyone in this stream, pal. Yeah. I think the other question that I ask our Texan viewers is Texas in America or is America in Texas, you know? Oh, lovely. Shh. Don't tell them that, bud. Welcome, Guide Dog Games. Okay, let's hope that the picture holds up, yeah? Hey, look, mate, whatever floats their boat, you know. Is Florida becoming the new Texas Skydog? Oh dear. Hey there, Beast Ninja. How are you, bud? What's going on, mate? No, bud, don't be jealous. Jealousy is such a wasted emotion, Beast Ninja. By tuning into the stream, right, and by watching the stream, you're able to appreciate exactly what we're doing here, mate, which is what it's all about, bud. That's the good thing about streaming, mate. We get our community involved in our content and our location, and away we go. I think I'm going to have a longer rig today because it's a bit deeper out there. I'm not really too keen on these crossline swivels, but we'll test them out. Now, people, if I can ask a favour, and it won't cost you anything, right? It'll merely cost you a little bit of your time and a click. Okay, so please consider subscribing for free on YouTube. Okay, now, and Obese Ninja, that's the key, bud. Alrighty, that's the key, mate. You always got to better yourself, bud. You've always got to better yourself, mate, you know. That's the key to a lot of things, you know. Got to try and be self-sufficient. Oh, hey, don't go out of your way for me, God's loyal. I mean, I'm not asking much, am I, you know? Damien, how are you? Welcome to the stream, my friend. Guten Tag. What is it now? 9:52. Oh, Guten Morgen. Yeah, that's it, mate. And look, bud, just do it in your own time, Ninja. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing, mate. You're your own man. You just do what you're doing, bud. Okay? That's... I don't think... Oh, this could be famous last words. Hey, Bay Risha Rebel. Okay, so Germany's got two different time zones, really? Oh, you're trying to hurt my feelings, God loyal. Don't bother, I haven't got any left. No. Okay, people, so what I'm going to do today... See, Damien, that's a really funny and cheeky way of saying we stuffed up. But that's all right, bud. You're all mate, up for work? Good man. Now, what I'm going to do, people, is I'm going to show you the best way, right, that'll give you a chance of catching more fish using the bait that we're using today. So what we're going to do is, in Western Australia, we use what's known as gang hooks, okay? So we join 3 mustard tarpon hooks together. What I'm going to do is... I personally don't like using them because I don't have as good a results. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to use some suicide hooks, right? And I'm going to snell them. That's with an N, not an M, right? So what we're going to do, we're just going to use monofilament, right, to join the hooks together. Did I miss that? Oh, you bugger. My eyes aren't the best, people. We'll put 8 on there. So what I'm going to do, this is one of the oldest knots that you can use. It's called a snell knot. It actually wraps around the shank of the hook and cushions the hook. And what you've got to try and do, right, is you've got to try and get them as close as you can to the hook. That's before it. Okay, bearing in mind that whenever you do a knot, it lengthens the line anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is actually known as the South Australian Mulloway rig. So see how we've got the hooks overlapping there? There might be a little bit of line rub, but that's okay. We'll be right with that, okay? And then what we'll do now... The last one we're going to hold on to, right, with a centaur knot. Now this is a deceptive knot because it's very simple, but it's still very, very strong. Right, so... In the old days, traditionally, they just used 3 snells. Manzi, how are you, bud? How's sunny Perth today, Manzi? Okay, so what we have, right, is we have 3 hooks very close together. Now please check your local fishing laws. They're pretty good, Manzi. Check your local fishing laws. We're only allowed 3 hooks on our one line. Now see how I've got them really close together? right? That's good, because that way they'll have 3 strike points in the one bait. Now, one of the rules of your fishing, okay, is you never want your rig to be longer than the leader. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut that there. I'm going to put a little float in here, right, to keep that off the bottom so we don't catch stingrays. Okay, and then what that's going to do, that's going to go on here like so. Ta-da! Now, I heard you get all the hot chicks, Manzi. Okay, so now what we have is we have a beautiful little rig that's manageable. We're just going to use the muleys that we bought from the tackle store. Okay, so just out here we've got a gap in the reef. This is a very interesting part of this beach because we've got a reef along here. We've got another reef coming in this way. There's a gap in the middle, and then you've got 2 openings either side. So anything that goes through along the beach is hopefully going to swim past our bait, okay? And what you're trying to do is you're trying to use the minimum amount of weight you can to keep your bait on the bottom, okay? Now I'm just going to have one cast, okay, just to sort of wet the line a bit. And you never know, we might be in for a fish today, people. Come on, bud, get off there. There we go. Like I said, I just want to wet the line for when it goes through the guides. That's good. All right, we are ready to rock, famo. Now, from experience, I've still got the slice in my finger. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a bit of electrical tape, just for a bit of cushioning. Hey, technician, how are you, bud? Lizard, welcome, good to see you. No, that was just about a 10% cast, bamboozled. Technician, welcome, brother. What's going on, mate? If I can actually cast today without slicing my fingers, Bam, I'll be very happy, because I sort of cut that one nearly to the bone, so it's taken 2 weeks to heal, you know. Getting a bit old and sooky, mate, so, you know what I mean. Now, whenever I injure myself, I just want a hug and a cup of cocoa, you know, which is a joke. I'm kidding. Bam's sitting there going, yeah, me too. Oh, whoops, you meant to say that. Rightio, so yeah, that's right, Redo. That's why we do it, but I haven't caught. Look, I've had a couple of incidental catches, but what happens is, mate, when you cast out your rig, when you cast that far out, right, your rig isn't like this, it's like this. So what'll happen is, your line's about that far off the bottom. When you put the float on it, it sits mid-water. So it'll make it a bit easier for the fish to see and get. Okay. Expert Scav, how are you? Yeah, it's all part and parcel of the fun, mate, isn't it, you know? If you're not hurting yourself, you're not learning, Famo. So, come on, you silly bugger. Oh, that's it there. All right. It's the same rig I've been using for about 15 years, Redo, so. Okay, let's get this sorted. Yes, yes, nice to see the ocean doing a bit, mate. You know what I mean? If it cuts through that, I'm stuffed. So, these are the muleys that we bagged up yesterday, fam. Okay? Beautiful little muleys. Sasha Boo, hello mate, welcome to the stream. How are the boys going down there on the banks of the Mississippi, mate? Alright, there we go, la la. Right, so this is what we're going to do. What I want to happen is I want to put 3 hooks in the fish, okay? So we're going to go one below the lateral line, right? The next one above the lateral line. No big catches. Don't worry about big catches, mate. They're entertaining. That's the main thing. Sasha, welcome, bud. Right, and then that one here. I'm just going to chuck it in there for now because I want the head to fall off. Actually, no, let's do that. Let's do that, right? So, what we've got is we've got a pilchard with 3 hooks in it. Oh, look, Scav, if we do, we do, mate. If we don't, it's no big deal. You know, I've gone plenty of time fishing plenty of times and caught nothing, bud. That's life, mate. You know what I mean? That's just part and parcel of life, mate. Rightio. I've got a bad feeling about this. Nicely done. It's just to the left of that reef there, which is good. Now, is that a reef or is that a school of fish? I think that's moving. I think that's moving, people. We've got a school of fish here. That could be some salmon. Oh, please. It's there. Take it. It is too. There's a big black circle in the middle of the water there that's moving. Yeah, that is a school of salmon, fam. So what we'll do... Well, that's a strange shaped reef. So let's leave that there. We're going to try a... well, it's either that or it's a stingray. And if it's a stingray, I want no part of it. So this is what we're going to do. Today, we're going to do something different, right? Today we're going to fish the big rig on the left hand side, and I'm going to fish 45 degrees at the reef with a little stuff here, okay? We'll leave that out in the open, so if any of the schools come through, because what they seem to do in this spot from experience, right, is they head in through here, and because this reef tapers into the back... Oh yeah, we're on. We got one, people. First cast. What do we got here? I told you I saw a school of salmon. Come on, bud. Yeah, see the birds diving out the back? Oh, don't let go. All right, we've got one. Everybody clip this, please. Is it a salmon or a tailor? Oh no. People, you know how I said I thought I had a salmon? How's that for a bull? Look at the size of this skippy. We normally had to get him in the boat for that. Come on, would you mind? Right, so that was the school of skippy, I think. Hey bud, what are you doing? Yes, yes, yes. Now, notice how that hit that on the head? So first cast of the day. Wow, a 46 centimetre silver trevally, fam. Please get a clip of that. All right, we'll put it back. Hello, matey. Thank you very much for that, bud. I thought it was a salmon. See it, bud? In America, you call them Jack Crevalles, I think. Now, remember what I said to you about having good bait? There it is. Thanks, Sasha Boo. Skippy are hilarious. They'll just, anybody'd think we knew what we were doing. All right. We're 1 for 1. Oh, they are Mesmus. Jean Prince Pierre Enan, welcome to the stream, my little Frenchman. Oh dear. Thank you, Bam. Sorry, mate. No links in chat. All right, let's get this going. When it hit, I honestly thought it was a little salmon. Thank you, Scav. And look, people, what we're going to do is we're going to start doing our monthly clip winners. Okay? So we just want to get some more sort of enthusiasm in the channel. And look, oh, Gripper, what are you doing, bud? Ah. How can you time out Gripper? God, he's one of the store. He's a VIP. Gripper, sorry, bud. I don't know what's happened there. Twitch moderation and all that, bud. Oh, dear. We ended up catching a skippy in the water and ended up with a bird's nest on the land. No, you're right, man. Thanks, Gripper. Just leave him in there, mate. We'll check him out later. Thanks, everyone. Now, people, that is the first muley that we've used, right? From that box of bulk. Okay? Yeah, Gripper, don't stress, bud. I know that you would never put anything untoward in the channel, mate. So I'll just have to sort that out a bit later. No, you're right, mate. I apologise for that, Gripper. You've been in the stream for a long time, mate. And you also hang out in Australis TV as well, bud. So, oh dear. Braid and monofilament don't really get on. Don't believe all the Twitter posts, people. Nice little fish, the little trevally, isn't it? 46 first up. Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. Same old story, people. When you go fishing, always try and learn your backyard. All right? Because your backyard is where it's at, okay? Hey, thanks, Scav. Bit worried, but it wasn't bleeding from the gills, it was bleeding from the mouth, so it should be okay. I think the best thing to do here... Hey! Dobro den, Brachko! Dobro den! Ajde! Right, that's better. Welcome, everyone. Right. At least we know these hooks work. So basically, people, these are hooks that I've imported from overseas. right? We're trying to get some samples in from Japan at the moment because there's a few really good fishing factories that are coming out of Japan, right? So these are stainless, dobro. So zdravie še dojde. So these are actually stainless steel suicide hooks, right? Not many people do stainless steel in the more. In the old days, all we had was stainless steel, right? So let me just show you a really easy braid knot, okay? Let me show you a really easy braid knot. Braid's a bit different to monofilament because it's got no stretch and it's really thin. So put your braid through the eye of the swivel there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoops. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hey, nonno! Come sta, compadre, eh? Aonde cazzo isti? Che cazzo vuoi? Che cazzo vuoi? Mate, we just got a 46 centimetre trevally from the beach, nonno Raf. He's not my nonno, he's my brother. Anyway. I like the ratio with these muleys that we bought. 1 muley, 1 fish. I'll tell you what, people, the freshest bait you can get is always the best option, right? So. What I've done now is, okay, so this is what we're going to do. Don't know yet, compadre. I did see a big silver flash in the waves. So we're going to find out. Now, this is a pilchard, or muley as we call it. These are the 3 snelled hooks we've got. Last one's got to go through the gap between the nose and the eye. First one underneath the lateral line, like that. Right. Next one above the lateral line. The reason why I do that is the lateral line is where the backbone is, right? So if you've got your first hook underneath the lateral line and then you've got your next hook above the lateral line, when you go to cast, okay, the hook on the bottom and the hook on the top, they'll flex and press into the backbone so you don't lose your bait. Up there for thinking, down there for dancing, in the middle for a good time. Okay? So, let's see if we can do that again, eh? Now, Nonno Raf, this is where I'm going to take you come here. We've got a reef here. We've got a reef here. The reef on this side angles into the beach. You've got a gap in the reef, and then you've got a big gap between the other reef, mate. Anything that swims past, hopefully swims past the thing. I thought that was a small salmon. Anyway. That's nice. I saw a big round school out there, everyone, and I thought it was a school of salmon. It must have been a school of skippy. I think this time of year they spawn. Okay, good. So what we've got is we've got 1 muley, 3 6/0 snelled hooks, and a 6-ounce sinker. That's all we need in these conditions. Okay, now let's get the ugly stick and the pen out. Hey pub test, how are you, bud? Land and history buff, how are you, mate? There's something going on today. Don't know what it is, but I think we're about to find out. Now, famo. Usually with trevally and silver brim, the reason why we use 3 hooks on the one fish is they're one of the few fish from what I've seen that can hit fish side on because they're so quick. So what happened was that hit the bait just behind the head, and then when I set the hook, the other 2 hooks were dangling down, you know. So anyway, right, I'm gonna take off of my shoes and I'm gonna grab the reel. Rightio, can't wait to get a cast. Oh, that's me knee. Oh, so flippin' accident prone, you idiot. All right, that's the ugliest stick, like myself. Oh. All right, let's get the pen out for this. All right, people, so what we've got here is we've got an ugly stick. Mate, yeah, Kyle's not tough enough to come down the Warren with us, Ray. You know what I mean? Yeah, he thinks he is, but... See, Ray, in our day, we didn't need long hair, bad hygiene, did we? No. So... Can't do it with a straight face. Kyle says a lot of things, Ray. Sometimes I'm a bit worried about Kyle. It's like another scream for help, you know. But that's all right. We still love him, you know what I mean? All right, people, so what we have here is, I think this is one of the best value for money rods on the market. This is a USG SP1202M. So that basically means 1.2 is 12 foot, 0.2 is 2 piece, M is the medium action. Now this is meant to do 15 to 20 grams, but you know, on this channel, we make this rod pay, you know. So we cast about 4 ounces of lead. Now I'm using Power Pro braid 30 pound. You don't need to use too heavy a line, okay, and away we go. Now, yes, so what we're going to do, people, is this. We're going to put a rig on here and I'm going to fish the point of the reef out here. That way, if we do hook anything substantial, I've got a lot to work with, okay? So let's just bring this down. Let's break it down, you know? No. Yeah. Cut. Flipping electrical tape. All right, mate, yes. Yeah, Kega, try to get off the apron strings at some stage in your life, all right? Just throwing it out there. Gotta stop, because once I'm on a roll, I can't help myself, but anyway. Oh wow, 114 viewers, thanks everyone. Greatly appreciated. Okay. That's 31 pound fluorocarbon. We'll use that. What we're going to do today, right, is we're going to use some 30 pound leader here. I've got a sneaking suspicion. Oh, this is the problem with this garbage. You buy this stuff overseas. Yeah, it's great line. No, it's not great line. Look, they haven't even wound it on the spool properly. How can you sell that to people? You idiots. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to run a 3-hook rig. Right, you're only allowed 3 hooks maximum on any rig in WA. That's the laws, and this fishing line is going to get thrown out. Look at that, people. All right, we may be able to like a bit of recompense. Simon, how are you, bud? Welcome to the stream, mate. What are you doing, buddy? Okay, so let me show you a really basic rig. Right, let me show you a really basic rig that works. All it is another version of that one, okay? So we always start with a loop down the bottom, right, that you put your sinker on, okay, like that. Boom. Then what you do a little triple hitch in here. Good to see you in here, Simon. How's life treating you, bud? You well? Now with this, we're going to use a little 4-ounce or 100-gram snapper lead. Ta-da! Wait, it's a bit tricky. If you've got reefy country, put on about that much 50 pound. Right. Dave Brocky, how are you, bud? Good to see you, mate, all the way from Canada. How are you, Davey boy? Nice one, Simon. Make sure you still work though, mate. I don't want you to get in trouble. I saw a school of fish swim through, fam, that I thought was salmon, but it was actually trevally. Big trevally, good for the beach. Now, what's going to happen here is, people, we want one fairly close to the bottom. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to fish a set of gangs on the bottom hook, right? In case there's a flathead out there, which there might be this time of year because they come in to spawn. This line is crap. Absolute garbage. Just cheap garbage from the United States and China. That's why I don't like using their gear, people. It's just snot. Go away. I'll annoy someone else. Rubbish. Tennessee, how are you, bud? Island time, welcome, mate. Yes, mate, I'm going to do a big, going to do a VOD for YouTube, mate. So just wait for it to turn up on YouTube. All right. There's many different techniques you can cast a surf rod with, bud. And like I said, it all starts at the shop, you know. Right. Let's see if we can get this one going. Line's crap. Next charter for bluefin. Nice one, mate. Right. No, not really. I think Tanner's referring to the mechanics of the casting God's Loyal. So, but we'll look at that, mate. Don't worry, bud. Yeah, Island time. What sort of gear do you use, bud? Yeah, mate, see, You're always one step ahead, God's loyal. Always. That's what I like about you. Okay. That's good. Oh, he gets it. God's loyal gets it. You mean one of these? Yeah, but Simon, the thing is, bud, okay, you can never fish 2 rods at once. I see some content creators with like 6 fishing rods out. It's like, what the point? You know? This one here has the big rig on it. So if anything's going to hit this, right, you're going to know about it. No problems there whatsoever. The small one is the one that you manage, you know? So, anyway, we'll see how we go. Now. Island time, we get about 7 seconds of air time when we cast, bud. There we go. Now. Yeah, mate, when you're chasing big fish usually hook themselves, Simon, you know. There's no point sitting there holding onto a rod with a big, like, bait and that, mate, because if there's a big fish out there, you'll know about it in no uncertain terms at all, you know. So what we normally do on this channel for the new people is we'll fish rigs that can cast out to spots and we'll catch fish that are there. I think we've got a school of salmon coming through, fam. Don't know, we'll have a look. So what I do is I fish 3 different baits to see what's out there. Okay. If we caught a skippy on our first cast with the muley, right, it's going to be interesting to see what's hanging around the reef. This is why I'm using 30-pound leader, because even if we get a snapper, we'll be able to hold it on 30-pound. Time goes when you're having fun. Okay. Island time. A muley is the Western Australian slang for pilchard, and skippy is the Western Australian slang for silver trevally or skipjack, as we call them here, bud. Braid to leader, I don't do that, mate. I just use a swivel headhunter, and I only have 1 swivel on my rigs. The less terminal tackle you've got, the less chance for failure, you know. So what I'll do is I'm just going to cast this out to get the line wet. Rightio, so island time, you want to know the best way how to cast, eh? It's a little bit like this, mate. What you've got to do when you cast is you've got to lay your leader out straight behind you like this and put your rod tip down so it's holding the beach, right, with your rod butt pointing at the horizon. Then it's a very simple motion of pulling down with your left hand, pushing with your right hand, and bringing your left hand down alongside your body, which goes something like this, bud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's how you do it, bud. Okay, and that is more than enough distance to catch a fish anywhere, pal. Okay? The Penn long cast reel and the Shimano Speedmaster 14,000 are fantastic long cast spools. This Penn long cast spool and reel is the biggest advancement they've made in years. Okay? Hang on. Righto, it's coming in. Rightio, there we go. No, don't, Jack, because you might not come back. The only road that Jack's going to hit doing that is the hospital, mate, from the sharks. Now, so, nah, it's not, bud. The biggest problem with Penn is they haven't really done much with their reel, like, spool technology for a long time, matey. The spools are all, you know, short and wide and not very deep. So, they have better drag systems though. Shimano, on the other hand, has a better long cast spool, but they have very small, drag knobs, right? So, you know, if you could find a reel that was in between, it'd make life easier, you know? Now, what have we got here? Yes, Australia's reel as well, my friend. All right, so this is what we're going to do with our first cast. Easus, how are you? Avid are more of a boat reel, bud. Avid were the first reels that had the technology where if you had a 2-speed Avid reel, you'd wind this way to be high speed, you'd wind that way to be low speed. Very, very interesting products. I sold Avid back in the 90s. So, I think it was Avid. Anybody'd think I knew what I was doing, Easus. Like I said, mate, on the YouTube channel, I bring about 50 years of experience with fishing, and I've worked in the trade, I've wholesaled tackle, all stuff, mate. You know, you just got to be onto it, mate, and there's very little... Was it Avid or Jewel? I'm pretty sure it was Avid. Okay, people, so... let's see if there's another big trevally out there, right? So this is what we're going to do, right? It very rarely happens, but it might. Razlux, how are you, bud? Joshy, we're fishing for fish, bud. So what I've got is I've got a set of 4x4 gangs on the bottom, and I've got 2 wide gape hooks on the top 2 droppers. I'm going to put 3 different baits. I'm going to put a strip bait on the bottom, I'm going to put some prawn in the middle, and I'm going to put some squid on top. And you never know, we might even have the first time where we catch 3 different species on the one rig, which I hope not, because I've only got 30 pound. I don't think I'll bring them in. But before we do that, let's just test whether we've got any muley left. No. Okay. I've just seen some herring swimming in the shallows, fam. You've got to remember, right? When you're trying to read the ocean, the waves are the pages. So you'll look in the waves and know what's happening. So I saw some small herring come through, okay? And hopefully with that, they've got some salmon chasing them. So, look at that for a nice bait, fam. Hey, baptism by fire. Welcome to the stream, mate. How are you, buddy? Nice to see so many new faces in the stream. Oh, we do a lot of dam fishing as well, mate. Welcome to all the first time chatters. And look, people, if you're new to the stream, can you please consider subscribing to our YouTube channels for free? So, mate, when you say lake fishing in the States, are you up near the Great Lakes, mate, or? Are you in Minnesota? And baptism by fire with your lake fishing, bud. There are a lot of overlaps with techniques when it comes to that sort of fishing, mate. So don't panic about that. When I fish the surf, people, I always fish with the sinker down the bottom. It's the only way you can detect bites properly, you know. So let me show you a couple of tricks now. Nice one, mate, with the family. Oh, Nebraska. Okay. Dub Nation, how are you, bud? Thank you very much, Josh. Greatly appreciated, bud. We're trying to get the YouTube channel going. We've just reached 5,000 subscribers. Now, people, nah, Mesmus. Hey there, fly fish trout. We'll be doing a freshwater fishing stream next week, mate, from the deep south of the state. So tune in for that. We'll be doing lure fishing and fly fishing on there, mate. So, I don't know what's out there, bud, because this is the ocean. I mean, we caught a silver trevally first up. There could be anything out there, mate. What we have is we have structure out here. I've caught everything from wobbegong to wrasse to scorpion fish to everything out here, people, from the beach. Right, you know, you got to get your, oh, hang on, come on. Right, come on. Good. So I honestly don't know what's out there, you know what I mean? Crappie, yeah, see, in Australia that means something else, bud. And if I brought an Australian crappie on the hook, I'd probably get banned. Anyway. All right, so the two baits we've got today, people, are squid, prawns, and we also have muleys. When I say two baits, other than the muleys that we had, right? So, let me just show you something here. Right, we got the top of them. So these are little coral prawns. When you fish with bait in Australia, you always try and keep your bait frozen on the hook, and when it hits the water, it'll defrost, right? So what I'm going to do here is, with your squid, Right, don't be afraid to prep your squid. So, knife up through the cavity, okay? Take all the guts, because that's just water half the time anyway. Right, you scrape that out. And what you do when you scrape that out is you've got that left, okay? Then what you do is scrape the skin off, and what you've got left is a beautiful flat piece of squid. You can make quite a few baits out of that. That's the vein on the squid. Now, with your prawns though, different ball game, people. This is why I like using wide gape hooks, because wide gape hooks can actually match the shape of a prawn really well, okay? And they're very good. Now what I'm going to do is I put my bait back on top of my ice. Right, I'm just going to bait this up. And the other thing I want to show you is, if you want to make your baits go a little bit further, don't be afraid to use, if you've got some baits that aren't quite as nice as other baits. So see this one? This one, a little bit of a bump, a little bit of a burn. What I'll do is I'll use that for a strip bait. Okay? So bring that in here. What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to cut a little section of bait off that pilchard, okay? Put that back in here, and then what I'm going to do is, that's going to go on the 4 gangs. So what I'll do is I'll put the thickest part down at the front, and I'll put the thinnest part at the back of the hooks, so it looks almost like a normal fish. I'm going to put the prawn in the middle, and what I'm going to do is, I'll show you a little trick with this. Now, I don't want to try and cast this too hard and too far. I just want to cast this to position, okay? So, what we've got here now is we have a rig that'll get practically every fish that swims out there. So I've got the little strip bait down the bottom, I've got the prawn in the middle, and I've got the squid on top. That's basically going to cover all the species out here. Wouldn't it be lovely if first cast we could get 3 different species on the one rig? And what I'm going to do is, I've just got a little... Hey, we've got a big school that's come back in, Famo. That's moving. Hang on, I've got a school of fish that's come in. This is only 30 pound though. Right. So that was the fish that fell off, which is a waste of time, but that's all right, we'll get it on the next one. There's another school of fish that's come in. There's the bites. Come on, that's whiting on it. I'll have to use the half with the bone on it. We'll get there. A lot of movement. Okay, so there's some fish that have been leaping out of the water over there. Hopefully they go near the pilchard. Might have a chance today, fam. Right. I'm just going to bring this in. I think we might have been stripped of the bait, Famo. Let's have a look. Yeah, we've got a big dark shape moving around in the water out there that looks like a reef, but it's actually fish. All right, so that hit that we had was on the prawn. Okay, so we've probably got some big silver brim out there. Let's just leave that. Why is that baptism by fire? It's like anything, bud. When you build your experience over the years, right, you learn this stuff. Okay, so the big school of fish is just in here now, fam. I should really just cast out a deadweight muley, but I'll have to set up for that. We've got the easterly blowing over our right shoulder, which will do a good job. Now, just excuse me for a second. I've had to change this up, right? What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to put on some of the fish, but I'm going to have the backbone part so it stays on the hook. Right, I need to do a bit further. I'm gonna leave the muley there. I'm gonna cast to position. I want to hit this reef. Let's have a look. Nah, bit gutless, but we'll get there. Hang on. All right, there's our first hits. That hit as soon as it landed. No, small stuff. Hey, Messmas. Oh, nice one. Wise. Yeah, but mate, if you use the right knots, you'll have no headaches, sir. I'll show you why. I'll show you the logic behind it. You've got to use the right knots. You can use a knot that can put a loop perpendicular to your line. And what happens then is, if you've got the loop perpendicular to the line with the tension in the sinker, oh, that was a good fish. That was a good fish. We're on today, people. We are on. That was a good fish. Rightio. I'll show you how I do this baptism by fire. Okay, so see how that stayed on, but that got absolutely pizzled. We've got stuff hitting the squid and the prawn. Johnny Faith, how are you? Oh, you're welcome, mate. That's what it's about. Johnny Faith, welcome, bud. Nice one. No, Mesmus, I'll show you why, bud. Check this out, mate. When you use a dropper loop, it's easier to see this on 55-pound line. Watch. Right, so basically if I want to drop a loop that's that long, I double the distance between my hands. Johnny, thank you very much for subbing with your Twitch Prime, mate. People, Twitch Prime isn't free. You pay your Prime membership, which costs you money, then they give you the sub to allocate for free. So Johnny, thank you for that, mate. So what you do is you go left hand to right hand, fold the line over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring that loop through here. Little bit of spittle. Ta-da! Never touches your line, sir. See that baptism by fire in Mesmus? That never ever touches your line. Look, it stays perpendicular. And if you've got the bait in the water like that, the tension in both loops and with the water movement doesn't let the bait wrap around, mate. That's why I don't like using too much terminal tackle, because when you use too much terminal tackle, you lose a lot of the tension in your leader. So now look, out there at the moment, right, I don't have fish that are really interested in the muley, but that's okay. So see this here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of a South African method, right? Out of this one piece of bait, I'm going to get 2 baits for my like set of gang hooks of 4, right? And look, I've got another 4 baits here. So what I've got, okay, is I've got enough bait here to bait that rig twice. So let me show you how we do that. And once again, people, I'm just going to put this back on the ice. And this time when I cast, because I've only got squid on here, I know that it's going to stay on. So we're going to cast it an absolute mile, right? And if you're fishing saltwater, this is a really good technique. Right. Yeah, hey, baptism by fire. Sorry, mate, we don't allow any links in chat. Right. So see this now? What I've got is I've got that length of squid. What I'm going to do is, squid's a really tough bait that you can really lay into with the cast, right? Oh no, that's fine, baptism by fire. Thank you very much, sir. It's just that we don't allow any clips in chat because of, unfortunately, in the early days, we had people trying to get us banned. So I'm sorry about that, mate. But please join the Discord, right? And I go through and look at all the clips afterwards. So, what we have now... So see how I have a strip of squid on there? Yeah, of course he can, God's loyal. Now watch this. What I can do now is I can really lay into this cast. I've got the line to lay on a bit. All right, we're going to go for goldfish. I'm going to aim for the reef. I want the sinker to virtually land on the reef. Oh yeah, right on it. Okay, so everyone, it's about to go down. I'll get off the reef. You want it just on the edge of the reef, people, so the fish can swim out, hit it and go back, you know? Now that is uncharacteristically quiet. Something swum in here. Now, what is hopefully going to happen, right, is out of nowhere, that spool's just going to start spinning because that means it's going to be a snapper. And what I might do is I might swap the pilchard rod, this rod back to that side. And what I'll do is I'll fish at an angle in here and then I'll fish further out as well. Because now I know I can reach it. Okay. So, our baits are getting taken, which is good. Yep, there's that hit. Told ya. Come on, bud. There it is, come on. Come on, take your time. That was a trevally, I think. Hang on, let's have a look. Okay, I get it. Come on. No. All right, so we did get it. Let's have a look what it is. Yeah, this is the first time in years that I've spent any money on myself with fishing tackle, fam. Okay, so the Horizon rod on my left there is going to be available from the store in July. Right. Okay, so, yeah. Thanks, Willis. Yeah, they are Mesmus. Now see what's happened there? That got hit. We're going to leave that, and then I'm just going to put a couple more baits on. But what we're going to do is, whenever you're fishing, people, you've always got to think of your strategy, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shift that out here. Okay, so you can see the reef. Hopefully you can see the reef. Now, I got to look, something in my water, right, tells me that there's a snapper out there, right? Don't know what it is, but something just tells me there's a snapper out there, right? So, ow! And something tells me that lead's not really good friends with your shin. So let me show you the science in what we're doing today, famo. Right, let me show you the science. You've always got to think, okay? Pink snapper, baptism by fire. Please go to Google and type in Western Australian pink snapper. You catch them from the beach here. Now, oh wow, 166. Now, if you can just see in here, right? So see this dark shape here? That's a reef. And what we've got here is we've got a dark shape, then you can see the sand, and then we've got the dark shape. Now see the gap behind there and the gap in the middle. So what it is, there's another reef there. I was just fishing the gap, but what we're gonna have to do is this closer lying reef here, we'll just tuck the big one in there, and then what I'll do, the point on the other reef here, we'll fish with the smaller one, okay? So that's basically gonna be the plan from now on, right? So let's just get the community involved, which is what the purpose of streaming is, people. Okay? Let me just make sure you can see everything. Oh, is that too zoomed in now? Yeah, it is. Damn it. All right. Is that an okay angle, fam? Rightio. Let's suss that out. Excellent. That's what it's about, people. Remember, we've got an interactive community, so you're all welcome, right? And you'll be acknowledged in this community when you're in chat, okay? Now, see all this slop in here? The tide's starting to come in. And this is what I mean, people. See how I've got one swivel on this rig? Far less to go wrong, you know? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cast to position. I don't want to belt this out too far. I've got a point here on the reef, I've got a point there, and I've got a gap in behind. So what will happen is bigger fish will usually sit on the off side of the reef and they'll just patrol that area themselves, right? like that. That's an absolutely perfect cast, okay? See how I just used the fishing rod to do what it's meant to do? Okay, now what I'm going to do is, that's a perfect cast. That's like this in Australian rules football and this in American rules football, right? Now what I'm going to do, out the back we've got the bigger opening, right? Now I'm going to put some squid baits out there. Oh, you call them sea bream, do you? Excellent. Like I said, people, I've been fishing since I could walk, and you develop skill sets over time, you know. Always remember the important stuff in life, people. Don't bother remembering the stuff that you don't need, you know. All right, now this cast is going to go to the furthest most point further out. Watch. And this is what I mean about casting straight, people. Watch. So, rod tip on the beach, leader straightened out, pointing at my target with my guides up, positioning myself at the target. Just like that, people. See how it's a really compact casting style? Oh, sorry, mate. Rightio, fish on! Oh, the big one got off. Oh, hang on. That might be, I think we might have another skippy fam. Let's have a look. Now see how I'm letting the fish do the work? You've got to remember, the longer you fight a fish for, okay, the more the carbon dioxide builds up in its blood and the lactic acid builds up in its muscles. So I think this is another skippy fam. We'll just see. I don't know though. It's sort of got reef fish about it, you know. The reason why I'm working the rod tip at this angle is the fish has gone left. Okay? Now I've got a wave building up at the back here. I've got to let this wave crash over the fish before I bring it in. Right, I'm going to ride that wave in. Come on, little fella. Now when it's in the middle like this, oh dear. Yeah, I think it's another little trevally, I think. What is it? Let's have a look. Oh no, it might be, oh, it got off! Bugger, okay. Yeah, the waves were trying to form and it got a little bit of slack on it. Sorry about that, fam, but that's fishing, you know. All right, let's go again. Once you figure out the system, people, it's just rinse and repeat, you know. Now, we've got a new sponsorship coming up at the end of the year, people. More about that in spring, okay? But we've got a glorious sponsorship that's a whole new angle on fishing. So stick around for that one, okay? That's a better cast than the last one, fam. That's better. Oh, that is better. What is this? Let's have a look. Now see how I've cast to position there? Rightio. So this is a 12-foot fishing rod, people. This pen reel is beautiful to use with this ugly stick rod. And they're still affordable, which is good. But see how we've put a little bit of science to our fishing? Right, and we're just working in with what we have. That comes from experience, famo, you know. That's better, come on. These waves are getting a bit tricky. Come on, bud. Ta-da! We got a heap of trevally out there today, people, see? This one's a bit smaller. See? They call them grunters in some parts of the world. I'll knock your feathers off. All right. Trevally likes squid. The one that we lost before was a bigger trevally, damn it, but that's all right. All right, so we're 2 from 2. Oh, well, not 2 from 2, but 2 fish today, both trevally, which is good. And the thing is with squid, people, because it's such a good bait and such a tough bait, right? I mean, I can send out the same baits again. Look, and this is purely to be cheeky, but you got to remember, I don't use the normal fish hooks that people use. I like wide gape hooks because you can catch big and small fish on them, right? All you do is just change the size of your bait. Oh, that's a bit nasty, but we'll still get a fish with that. All right, let's go again with the same baits. So just excuse me, we're just going to do another cast. Lovely. I better turn the bar arm over because I think we're going to get hit as soon as we go on the bottom there now. Oh dear, come on. Sinker moves as that hit. When I was younger and had more energy and we'd go fishing and then we'd put on the snorkel and goggle and go and look at the baits, we've seen trevally swim up to baits and turn around and smack them with their tail. So, hey, did you see just down in here, there's a little fish that dropped out? Oh dear, what am I doing? I cast over there, salmon are here. I cast here, salmon are there. Right. Something swum into the area, fam. Everything's quietened off. Come on. I cast a little bit further out from the reef this time, hoping something big would swim out and try and get back in. Because if you don't do that and they hit you right on the reef, they'll just wrap you around structure. Well, let's bring this in. We're going to have to cast again. As you can see by the amount of time that we're taking to wind stuff in, people, we are casting to our like targets pretty well. Right. And with a true testament to how tough a bait squid is, see this, we've still got the same baits on. Lovely. Now I'm actually on the reef there, which is not where you want to be, you know. Let's just get this off the reef. Man, I nearly cleared the reef. All right, let's catch up with chat. That's exactly right. Lund, how are you? Come on. And again. I usually like to give them the first bite, you know. That's better. Come on. Come on. They're following the bait in, which is good. I think we got a little sand whiting, people. Okay, so this is a little sand whiting. I think you call them silvers in America. Let's put it back. Yes, yes, thank you. I needed cool feet. Beautiful. Good cast, that one, family. We're going to have to bait up this big one again. Ooh. Now that was a very soft take. It wasn't a small fish that hit it, it was a fish that had a soft take. Come on. And again. And see, this is the good thing, people. Even if you lose one bait, you've got two more to look at, you know, for the fish, sorry. Yeah, I think a larger fish has come in there, people. Because everything's quietened down, you know. Come on. That wasn't worth trying to hook, whatever that was. All right, we might have to put some... No, let's just leave that there for a second. I'm just going to suss out the big one. Sorry about ignoring chat. Grandpa, how are you, bud? Certainly have, Joshy. Why would I do that for, Foxy Grandpa, when I've got heaps of bait, bud? Why would I do that? I've got heaps of bait today, mate. That little fish is a 5-star eating fish, and if I was going to keep it, I'd eat it. I wouldn't use it as bait, you know. Now, people, I'm going to throw this out to chat. Yeah, that's right, mate. I'm going to throw this out to chat. Do you think we should leave it how it is, or should we swap over the big rod with the rod there and just cast out in the middle with the big bait and just fish this closer lying reef in here? What do you reckon? So if you want me to swap, press S. And if you don't want me to swap, just press L, okay? I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. Swap, leave, one each. Kiwi Aaron, kia ora. Canadian Beast, welcome, bud. Let's get this out of the heat. No. Just... Creator, how are you, bud? So, all right, everyone wants to swap. Good call. Okay. Because what I can do now is I can shoot that gap with the smaller rig and away we go, you know. Creator, basically what you've got to do as an angler, you've just got to try and figure out the least amount of weight you need to hold bottom. At this stage, it's about 6 ounces. Okay? If the waves get bigger and the conditions get rougher, we go to 8 ounces. And then I've fished this spot with 12 ounces of lead before. Okay? Absolutely beautiful bait we've got today, fam. Rightio, nice short cast coming up. Not too big. There's a little reef out to the left. Now, bait. I actually fish with a light line baptism by fire. 30 pounds really light. A lot of people fish 50 and 80 pound off the beach, mate. So get some more squibby. I'll show you the hooks that I use in a second. For all the freshwater fishers in the chat, I've got spots down south that I fish with 20 pound braid, and I get smoked by fish all the time. Right, I'm just going to see if there's a reef fish out there, because with these size 4 tarpons, you're sort of only really meant to use them with white bait or blue bait, which after the fridge down the other day I don't have. There's a school of fish again. I have no idea what this school is, but let's find out, eh? Oh shit. There it is. Great. These prawns are terrible. Just going to bring that in because our flipping bait fell off again. And what I'm going to swap out 3 single hooks, Bamo. The bottom one's just not working today because I don't have any white bait or blue bait. I had a freezer that died at home and I had a box of bloody white bait in there. But anyway. And this is the other advantage. Yeah, baptism by fire. When you say you like to use braid, you don't use braid as the leader, do you? Because braid has nowhere nearly the amount of abrasion resistance that monofilament has, bud. It's one of the downfalls of it. Oh, okay, got it. You know what? That's a good idea. I don't fish for sharks, 73. I don't fish for sharks, mate. I stopped fishing sharks ages ago. The hooks that I use are wide gape hooks. These are the Shogun wide gape hooks, bud. Right, they work very well. We were out in the boat one day and we got, what did we get? We got 7 sharks in about 10 minutes and people just started losing their mind. Sharks are the most annoying thing to catch out there, people. So yeah, we've never targeted sharks, bud. I think the whole big shark Goliath groper mentality for views is just, yeah, I don't like that sort of content, so I don't do it, you know. Hello, Ocean. Not me. Oh, God. Open there. Okay, let's do another knot while we're here. Why not? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the big hook up the top in case we get close enough to the reef to entice a larger reef fish. And then I'm going to put the other smaller hook down the bottom. I'm just surprised we haven't caught a salmon this year, fam. I'm not going to feed you, seagull. Yeah. Hey, the real redneck. How are you, bud? Yeah, fluorocarbon is made at the same light refraction index as water, bud. Send it big. How are you, bud? Thanks, everyone. 150 odd viewers. Thank you very much for sticking around. All right, here we go. That's a good cast. That is a good cast. Let's have a look what's out there. Oh, you're welcome, Baptism by Fire. Mate, this is what we're about. We're about community. Okay. And I mean, the title explains what it's about. You know, this is a content creation channel. That's why we don't have any alerts or gimmicks or anything like that, you know? Okay, you can't donate to the channel, all right? You just come in, enjoy the content, life's good. That's better. Now it's going to get interesting. Come on. Come on, and again, you know you want to. Might have another whiting on here. Hey, Codes, how are you, bud? Here he is. People, I actually saw Codes Rabes for the first time this morning. Okay. Oh, the real redneck, mate. Baptism by fire, thank you for gifting a sub to the Real Redneck. And the Real Redneck, thank you for gifting a sub to Charlie. Codes Rabes, how are you, bud? Mate, I went into Codes Rabes Street. I'll give you a shout out in a second, right? And it was just nice to see two people fishing by a river for the right reasons, you know? So hang on, I'll just cast this out. Might have lost the bait. Don't go anywhere, Codes. Sasha Boo, thank you very much for bringing them in here, mate. Welcome, people. Hang on a second. All right. Let me just get this cast out and I'll show you. Hang on. All right, that just landed then. Right, I've cast that in a spot that might get snagged. But I saw something moving on the surface. It could have been there like that. It's a fish. Hang on. Oh, that was a weighty fish, people. That was a weighty fish. Oh, yeah. Just like that. Remember when I said it was a weighty fish? Hang on, people. Codes, I'll give you a shout out in a second. Oh, I think it dropped the hooks. I think it dropped the hooks. Let's have a look. Is it still on? I think it dropped the hooks, damn it. Oh no, it's still there. What is it? The first weighty fish I tried to set the hook into dropped the hook. This is the second one. I think it's just a little reef fish. Let's have a look. Hey! Yeah, bugger. All right, this is a standard reef fish over here. Yeah, go for it, man. Brag all you want, bud. Captain, aye, aye, Captain. Come on, bud, let go. This is a little Western Australian wrasse. All right. There you go, bud. Right. All right, Grand Precursor, welcome. Oh, is he? Now. The Dabs, how are you, bud? Or thy Dabs? Codes Rabes. People. Slash. Shout out. Codes Rabes. People, do yourself a favour. Go and give those boys a follow. Right, just real salt of the earth types like ourselves. Right. And yeah, they were about fishing and chilling out. They weren't about anything else, you know. All right, we've got a fish on. Come on. Come on. Oh, get out of there. Oh, it's in the reef. Oh, what is it? Get out of there. Ah! No, what is it? Is that weed or a fish? There's no weed out there. It's weed, I think. Let's have a look. Is that weed? No, it's weed, I think, people. How did that come? No, it's not weed. Hang on, fam. What are you doing, you silly bugger? What are you doing, you silly bugger? Bloody stingrays. Here's me saying I've got a rig that doesn't catch stingrays. Oh, I haven't hooked it in the mouth, I foul hooked it. You silly bastard. Come on. Yes, yes. All right, people. We've got a not so little stinger. Come on, bud. What are you doing, mate? Now, people, don't pick these up by the eyes. Right? Yes, mate. Mister, I don't catch stingrays. Come here, you little bugger. Come on, mate. I think it's a banjo, right? All right. There you go, people. I hooked it on the wing. Right. Just got to watch out for the sting. I'm just going to put it back. There you go, bud. In you go. Come on. In you go. There you go. Turn yourself over. Come on. See ya! Ah, silly doofus. Oh, I don't catch stingrays. Have no idea how I hooked that. You don't need to hurt them. Stingrays, as soon as they get flipped over on their back, are virtually helpless, mate. So these idiots that pick them up by eyes and all that sort of stuff, just brain dead. Iggy, how are you, bud? Yeah, Mr. Smith. You know, even though I just met that stingray, I felt like I'd known it forever. Said no one ever. So, oh yeah, matey. So, stingrays get a bad rap. I get very fed up with people that will catch a stingray and just leave it on the beach upside down to die. Right, I hate that. If I was there, they get a free smack in the face, I think. Yeah, Rex does lots of things. Yeah, Sasha, I've already figured it out, right? It's all about you. If that's okay. A perfectly healthy modern woman. All right? Is she laughing? Because if she's laughing, it's not funny and I'm dead. Is she laughing? Just check if she's laughing. Wives are savage. She's not my wife, but she must be someone else's savage. So. All right, we're going to do a new leader. Yay! So. I thought it feels like weed. There's no weed. So what might have happened is the silly bastard was swimming past and I've gone, oh, fish, and set the hook into it. Why wasn't the bait mid-water then? Because they don't normally go mid-water. All right, famo. Another big cast. I've got a feeling about this cast without it turning into a monkey song. Hang on. That's nice. I'm going to leave that. That snapped on the first snell. Rightio, wind up the bit of slack. Oh no. And just for the record, fam, we're not a one-dimensional fishing channel. We do lots of different content on this channel, okay? Everything from freshwater, fly fishing, lure fishing, how to make lures and all the rest of it. Okay, and then on top of that, you know, beach fishing, rock fishing. We've got a kayak sponsorship. We did have a boat sponsorship, but we honoured that. So, you know, we're all about creating content. We don't do the same thing. Oh, hang on. We don't do the same thing week in, week out. Come back. Promise I'll let you go. Come on. No, now. Now. Come on. No, bugger. Is it too much to ask? Just one satellite on stream this year, you know? I think I've got a little fish on, I don't know yet. I felt it following in the bait. All right, did it hit the middle one or the bottom one? Let's have a look. Okay, no. Righto, fam, we're just going to do a large straight down the guts. Lovely. Mate, nothing like America. Oh, I do baptism by fire when I do catch them. Oh, you don't need to, Whitey. Home's where the heart is, bud. Yeah, don't worry, lizard, I don't need to feed. Look at me. Oh, great. Right, I'm just going to leave that. Let me just do this rig up and away we go, eh? I'll do your baptism by fire. Mate, people, we have another channel on here called Australis TV. I do self-sufficiency and home gardening streams. Right, so if you Google Australis TV on Twitch, that's our gardening channel and our self-sufficiency channel, right? I've got chickens at home, and with the chickens I use them for natural methods to be able to keep, you know, feed the family and all that by using them in the garden, you know. Now, that's a bit smaller. Oh yeah, you can hit that all you want, bud. Actually, I'm going to go down to 5-0s. 6-0s might be a bit big. Yes, mate, and what we'll do is, like, a lot of times the fish that we fillet and that we'll take and put in the garden. Basically, everyone, I'm of Southern European descent, right? So I grew up on a farm and my family taught me all the old methods. You know, how everything's part of a cycle. You grow certain things at certain times of the year. And as well as that, you know, you can use the animals, like chickens are a fantastic animal, fam, you know. They lay eggs, you can use their sort of poo for fertiliser, and then if need be you can eat the carcass if you want to sustain yourself, you know. So, right. Now this is interesting. This is interesting. What I'm going to do, famo, is I'm not going to cast this out. I got a sneaking suspicion there's a larger fish out there, right? That's it, Thor. Oh, nice one, baptism by fire. Mate, if there's one vegetable that you can put in a pot in a small rental property, it's sweet potato. You can actually eat the leaves and get more benefits health-wise from the leaves of a sweet potato than the sweet potato root itself. Oh, it's lovely here, Sasha. Have a look at this. We got the whole beach to ourselves. Look at this. How's that for a view, mate? Look. I'll do a little pan for you. Look at that. Right. And then down here, we've got the other side as well, mate. It's great here. And that's the beauty of streaming. Right, with streaming, you don't have to be here. You just tune into the stream. You know? That's 30, I want 50. Cajun Fries, how are you, bud? Welcome to the stream, Cajun Fries. Mate, I grow lots of chili at home. Ooh, yeah. Love it. Love the hot stuff. I should really have a rig in the water, shouldn't I? Yeah, why not? Go. All right. Got to pick me target, which is there. Don't be silly now. Nice. Okay, I'm going to try and do this rig. That's exactly right, baptism by fire. That's a smart way to do it, bud. I get all of our seeds from our plants as well. Yeah, that's how they did it in Europe for years, mate, you know, centuries. But in Europe, I mean, you guys are lucky, you know. Oh, mate, that's why I've done the channel, bud, because in this world of social media, a lot of these kids have lost their sort of attachment to the land, you know what I mean? So I'm just showing them how they can do it themselves, mate, because when you think about it, the world's in a pretty strange place at the moment, baptism by fire. We don't know what's around the corner. Sort of reminds me post-Vietnam when I was born in 1970, you know. Just the vibe out there is really bad, man. Razluck, yeah, mate, first fish was a 46 centimetre trevally from the beach, which is just great. Nice one, mate. Yeah, the east coast of Australia has a striking similarity to the east coast of the States, mate. They get far more fish species over there than here. We seem to do better up north, though. It's good. Yeah, mate, that's the way to do it, bud. Don't stress, it's not a comp. I got a friend of mine that used to brag about how hot they could eat, like peppers and that. I made him a pizza one night with some homegrown like peppers in there and his sinuses nearly prolapsed. Needless to say, I haven't heard from him for a while. All right, let's see if we can get a fish. Oh yeah. As we say in Australia, bud, stuff him, the weak prick. Toughen up. Toughen up. That's a very common saying in Australia. T-U-P. You know, it's the classic, oh yeah, I can do this, I can do that. Excellent. Here you go. Try this on size, tough guy. And I remember about 2 minutes into it where he's just gone bright red, okay, and his sinuses are just nearly bleeding. And I've looked at him and gone, oh, you're crying. I didn't need to punch you in the face, you know, like. Compassion wasn't high on the list growing up in Australia. Tighten up. Oh, okay. I thought the saying was pucker up, or is that a different meaning? Yesterday we did a streams, fam. I bought a 15 kilo box of pilchards from a local tackle store. And what we did... Ah, that's right, Iggy. That's why it's out there, mate, to keep the fish interested. Thank you for the notification though, bud, because sometimes I do tend to forget. We've probably got a fish on there, mate, judging by the way it's moving slowly. Right. Nice. Yep. Scusi, un momento. Flippin' stingray. 2 foot across the wings. Bastard. Oh, we have got a fish on, I think. Here, come on, bud. Or did it lose? Oh, I hope we lost it. Okay, that was the bottom hook that went. What was that? Interesting, massa. Oh, I thought you were right. That's right. All right. Oh no, mate, you got to be careful. Oh, righto, Jack. Thanks for that. Ah. Yeah, you got to be careful. Stingrays usually only get you in defence. Oh, look at that, people. We've got a sea osprey out there. They're a big bird. Big Chief Rick. You don't mess with nature, mate, okay? And don't be pissed with it, because that stingray's probably dead now anyway. Okay, so you don't want to sort of harbour anger towards anything for too long, mate, because you end up drinking its poison, pardon the pun, if you know where I'm coming from. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Try and always have a good mindset, bud. Alright, I'm looking forward to casting this out and plonking my bum on the tailgate. Lovely cast, that one. Hey, Bones, how are you, bud? Confused pacifist. Hello, bud. Cannon Beach area, wherever that is. Okay. Thanks, mate. We just do our bit, you know. Everything is getting hit more or less as soon as it hits the bottom, though. Now this is interesting. 4 ounces isn't really holding bottom. Okay, that dropped the hook, did it or not? Let's have a look. We might have another little whiting on here, people. Then again, we might not. Nope, what happened there? Once again, the bottom hook. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast to that deeper section away from the whiting and see if we can get another reef fish or a trevally. Beauty! Hey, Petty Demon, how are you, bud? Yeah, it's pretty good, Sasha. Oh, when the holidays are on and that, there's people everywhere, though, you know? That's better. Now, what's this? That's much better. So what have we got here, famo? We've got a mid-sized fish on here. What does it feel like, a trevally or a wrasse? Let's have a look. All right, good little head shakes. Wonder if it's a small snapper. Let's find out, eh? Alright people, I think we might have had two of these little ones on. This is known as a tarwine or a Western Australian silver brim. Okay, this is the saltwater version of our black brim. When they get a bit bigger, very, very tough fish to land. Beautiful little fish. I looked like Cecil the ram then, didn't I? With the old bloody lead sinker between the legs. And see what I mean about squid being a tough bait? Oi, get out! Away from there! Flipping seagulls. Alright, that's good. I think we had two of them on there, but anyway. Rightio, let's go again. Everything's starting to come in towards this reef following the tide and that. Beauty. Oh, we're on. Rightio, fish on, fam. Is this another trevally or what? Maybe not. What on earth is this, famo? See what I mean about the 3 snelled hooks working? Oh, another trevally, I think. Come on, bud. There we go, people. See, that's what we normally catch. Right. This is another trevally. Okay? Okay? Back it goes. Thanks, bud. Good on you. No blood. Good. Wait! Bugger off. Alright, baptism by fire. Thanks for coming in, mate. Good to see you. That's the east coast. We're on the west coast of Australia, mate. Nice one there, redneck. Alright, let's chuck another one out, shall we? When you've got the 3 hooks with the fluorocarbon, fam, poor buggers don't stand a chance. They don't even know what's going on, you know. Yeah, unfortunately seagulls don't respond that well to sort of, you know, like English, for want of a better word, but if you use a high-pitched noise, I think from memory that suits their range. So, all right. Righto, people, another short cast in here. If I can get insurance next week, we're going to be in the kayak out there, people. Okay? Oh, that's a good fish. Oh dear. Righto, people, we've got one. Or has it got me? What's this, famo? Let's have a look. Fish everywhere today, people. Anybody think I knew what I was doing? Anyway. Okay, I think I got a couple of them. Yeah, I have. Well, there you go, people. Not often you get 3 keepers on the one rig, is it? Hey? Righto, fishies, come on. Oh no, hang on. That one's there. There you go. Look how shiny. See, look how shiny this fish is. Beautiful. Come on, bud. This is why you let fish go, people. That's why you let fish go, people. For moments like that. But don't mind me. What would I know? This rod and reel outfit is the only rod and reel outfit I've ever had where I catch 3 fish on one rig. Hey Pennywise, how are you, bud? What's going on, mate? Ah. G-Dog, yeah, heaps of them, mate, down south, I'll show you. Big Chief Rick, thank you very much for subbing at tier 1. Hey, Real Redneck, don't know, mate, you might have to speak to Twitch about that. We have the highest moderation setting with Twitch, bud, because we have potential sponsors and sponsors that watch the stream. So basically, we need to keep it clean, bud. So please don't take any offence. There are some words, mate, that we don't even know why they get moderated, you know? Well, if the herring are there, the salmon should be there. I'm going to have to send that clip to Baptism by Fire. Yeah, no dramas, man. Mate, I was on Australis TV, which is my channel, right? But I was on Australis Fishing. I got moderated. Yep, I kid you not. True story. Yeah, same ones, G-Dog. Your Jack Creval are our trevally, bud, our silver trevally, buddy. And it's not a dumb question. People, I don't know what happens in other streams, right? But when you come in here, don't start sentences with dumb question and all that sort of stuff. Just ask the question. If anyone's silly enough to say dumb question, unless someone's being a troll or whatever, then we sort it out, you know? So just feel free to ask, all right? Pennywise, no, West Coast, bud. West Coast. I'd get too much trouble if I was in Perth, mate. I'd start getting punchy. I don't know, mate. Really, I don't know, God's loyal. I don't like keeping fish, mate, because, look, at the end of the day, they're not the brightest thing. They're just trying to survive. And, I mean, look at me. I'm not hard up for a meal, am I? So why would I sort of like, you know, why would I kill fish, you know? I get fed up where you see these people go onto social media and they'll go to a local waterway and they'll kill 5 bream at lunch just to get views. That grates me, okay? Hey, Big Daddy of 6. How are you, bud? Oh, well done, Redneck. Congratulations, bud. That might have been the moderation from Twitch, mate, because there's been a few unsightly elements on the platform recently and they've had to really clamp down on certain words. So I don't know what the story is. If you put a full stop in your sentence, they treat it as a link and they don't post it either. All right, if I can just untangle this, we should be able to get another cast out. If being the main word. Oh, God. Hey! TTV, how are you, bud? Welcome to the stream. We're just chilling out, mate. Is everybody happy with the content today? Do you like the vibe of the stream for the new people that are in here? Oh, that's good, mate, you know. And look, you've got a very short season over there, God's loyal, so, you know, you've got to utilise that, mate. Here, we just don't know how lucky we are, bud. We don't get ice and snow and all the rest of it. Hey, Bear Marauder, where you been? We've been back for nearly 9 months and no one's getting told. Oh, you're welcome, Sasha. We're not very well liked on the platform, Sasha, because we have opinions and a backbone. But anyway, that's what makes the country great. Being the passive little vegan that I am. Oh, how many fish caught? Sorry, Ike. Well, we got 3 on our last cast. So it's been a pretty good day. I hope these flippin' salmon come in. I just want to get one for the community, you know? Man. Two herring and a 40-something plus trevally. Nice. Rightio, exactly the same spot, fam, because that's where they are. Lovely. I think I just saw a salmon in the waves. Let's wait and see. Ah. Seriously tempted to try for a salmon, fam. I might do that. See if there's one out here. Quarter past 12. We've caught fish, we've had a laugh, had some new people in the channel. Life's great. That's not good. Hang on, famo. Oh. Wondered what was happening with that. Hang on, fam. How did that happen? What on earth is going on here? Oh, you idiot. How did they go through that loop? Hang on, famo. What the... Get through there. That's better. God. Rightio, we're just going to do another distance cast, fam, but to the right spot this time. Hang on. Oi, don't do that. That's what sliced me finger last time. That's better. A little bit rough on the old microphone there. Right. Jangus, how are you, bud? Scotty, what's going on? Brassinator, welcome. Tab Mock, mate, thanks for the 200 bits, bud. Oh, Bear Marauder, good to see you in here, buddy. Well done, mate. Good to see you. Welcome back. Okay, hang on, what's this? Yeah, mate, with the Carolina rig and that, I just use soft plastics, but not really in that formation. Thanks, Yangus. Yeah, of course, 73. South of Western Australia, Scotty. Bio high grade, hello. Yeah, seagulls snipe everything, mate. Bait. The whole lot. Now, famo, everything's gone quiet. So there's something out there. Let me just check something here. I'm just going to check whether I've got a pilchard on here. Okay, now, that's really interesting, people. So, all the small fish have gone quiet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a fresh bait. There might be something out there that swum into the reef. So let's have a look. Yeah, get that one. You can have that one. Oh, nice one, bud. Redneck, thanks for coming in, bud. Good to see you, mate. Okay. Thanks for coming in, mate. Everything has quietened right off. Well, it did for a second, hang on. All right, we got another fish on Famo. Let's have a look. Okay, now this is another Western Australian silver brim. Hey, Red Eagle, how are you, bud? So these are known as a tarwine. Okay, beautiful little fish. And when there's a school of them in there, they eat a lot of baits. No, calm down. Calm down. Okay. So it needs yes. Great. All right, was that a salmon? We've got a fish that's just surfaced here, people. Let's have a little look. Right, bit more bait. Haven't you? Oh, okay. Yeah, no thanks, mate. You know. Yeah, if you're going to do Esperance, mate, do it in the spring. Right. Buzzy, how are you, bud? Rightio, Fairmo, let's get this cast out there. I've missed the sweet spot the last couple of casts, so I need to get my act together. Beauty. Jamal, how are you, bud? Oh, congratulations, mate. Yeah, squid. Squid's the best bait to use off the beach this time of year, people. And as soon as that hit the water, we got a fish. Oh, I think we got a little whiting, did we? Oh, it got off. Well done. No, it didn't. Still on there. This is a sand whiting here in WA, people. It's called a silver over east. Okay. This is nearly mature. They're about 6 inches is about their maximum length. Don't even think about it, bird, because I'll blast you out of the sky with this. Rightio, let's go again. I've got lots of silver flashes in the water here, people, but it's not hitting the bait. Buggers. You've got to pick your right time, bud. You always throw it out there when the ocean's level so the fish can swim off. I've got one on here. Let me see if I can get another one. That's a bit better. No, that got off as well. Okay. I've only got 2 baits on here. I'm going to send them out again. COB, cash on barrelhead. Right, that's right next to the reef. Whatever's going to hit that is going to have a good time. Seagull emote. Yeah, a seagull emote with a big target around it. You can always tell when a snapper's hit your bait because the spool spins. They like to hit baits while they're moving, you know. Oh, they are, Jake. Nah. Yeah, the audio is out of sync, so I'm not going to do the YouTube content today. I'll do it another time. A fair way, 73. A fair way, bud. I'd say probably, oh, I don't know. I might do a cast down the beach and pace it out, because I'm not going to pace it out in the water, am I? So. The right hand's gone itchy, fam. Is it fish or money? Rodriguez, how are you, bud? Welcome, mate. What I'll do is I'll cast down the beach, right, and then I'll film it and we can measure it out. Things have quietened off, famo. All right, there's a bite. That's gone strangely quiet, fam. There's something not right. Something's moved into that reef out there. So there's either a shark or something. I'm hoping it's a dirty, great big stinking mulloway that hits our bloody muley. What's that shadow? Well, our hooks have come up clean. That's a good start. There's a big shadow underneath our bait out there, fam. I don't know whether it's a stingray or what it is. Whatever it is, I hope it makes its mind up soon. Oh dear. Right, that was a herring that hit that. You can tell by the way that it twisted the line. Cheeky bastard. I don't know about you lot, but I'm looking forward to some lunch. I'm on the lose weight trail, fam. Right, they're all untangled, good. Not yet, mate. Oh, Sasha, stingrays are important to the overall ecology of the ocean because they eat all the stuff that dies on the ocean floor, right? So, you know, and everything that's bigger than something else in the water usually gives it a hard time, mate. Doesn't matter what they are, so. A bigger fish eats small fish, it's just the way of the water. Yes, yes, calm down. This is the sort of day you'd like to be out on a kayak, you know, on the reefs. Okay, that's a herring. I'm going to give it the first bait. Come on, bud. No, missed it. Whiting. It has quietened down though. Just some smaller fish have come in now. We may have a little bit of a lull in the tide that could be causing that. Let's just leave this out here for a second and see what the big bait's doing. Hey Barracuda, how are you, bud? Yeah, you and me both, Jack Bandit, you know. Wow, 175 viewers. Thanks for the support, everyone. Buzzy, why would I do that, mate? If I'm going to use a 5-star eating fish, I'll eat it, mate. Hey, Codes. How are you, Crownsy? Mate, Codes, thanks for subbing at Tier 1, bud. You didn't have to do that, mate. Hope you're well, mate. And thank you for restoring my faith in humanity by watching your streams. Raves, oh, mate. Can everybody that received a gifted sub from Codes Raves, can you please thank him in the chat and show them some respect? They've dipped in their pocket to help you out. Slick Blade, Aztok Dog, Sculpin, Mrs. Murder Noodles, and Hush 22. No, it's a it's a boat on the horizon, mate. Okay, we got issues now. Something's hit that bait and moved towards shore. Damn it! Mud stuffing. How are you, mate? Yeah. Years ago, Codes, I was the Incredible Hulk. Now with the testosterone drop, I'm the Incredible Bulk. So... bit of weed coming in, which is interesting. Not the weed that you lot are thinking of, cheeky buggers. Everything's quieting down. COB, cash on barrelhead. Right, let's have a look. It's only small stuff anyway. Codes, thanks for gifting a sub to Barracuda, mate. Claddo, how are you, bud? This is afternoon. And Ziggy, please thanks, Codes. Thanks, everyone. Now, Codes, I don't know whether Sasha boos your wife, but if she is, don't spend money in front of the wife, mate. All right? I know what happens. The boys go, you've had a few beers, you know, you're feeling relaxed with a bit of 420, and you get generous, bud. And at the end of the day, mate, when you get home, it's not worth it. We've had an interesting day, Codes. First fish of the day was a belter. And then we've had that good a day. We've even caught 3 fish on the one rig, mate, which doesn't happen that often. Rightio, let's get this little cast out. I just noticed a little bit of deeper water forming out there, so I've just landed right on top of it. Sometimes when you've got shallower water and a bit of deep water in between it, okay, sometimes fish will hang out in the deep water. You know, like if you got two sandbars and a little deep spot in between the two sandbars, that's where you'll find your fish. All right, so we've lost our baits. Hey, Toma, how are you, bud? Nice one, Claddo. That's what it's about, mate. Codes, thanks for your support, bud. I'll return the favour. Hey, Darkblade, how are you, bud? Welcome to the stream, mate. Yeah, it does look great. I won't spoil it for you. I'll get out the way. Oh, easy, mate. The 420 will eventually wear off and you think, what was I saying? What's the old saying? I've never gone to bed with an ugly, but God, I've woken up next to a few. Yeah, that was in a freezer that died, bud. So yeah, I still had to use it somehow, you know. Nice. First cast of the day, we got a good fish. Ziggy, what's going on? Gavin, how are you, mate? Back in the old days when it was the real stuff, you know. What a beautiful part of the world. Man, that was a good hit. That was a good hit. Come back. All shall be forgiven, friend. Okay, what is it? Hang on, Famo. Has it let go or is that a fish? Let's see. No, I think it let go. Okay, so it bit the tentacles off it, that's for sure. There's a little, or not, there's a good mid-range fish that's moving out there, fam. So let's see if we can get it, eh? And this is a good thing about squid. Squid can get hammered, you can send it out straight away. That's right, on the reef again. On the reef again. Got to be careful with, you know. You guys are hilarious. Sitting on the back of the tailgate fishing. Life's good. Yeah, something not right, fam. Okay, 1 o'clock. All right, we've got an hour left, I think. There we go. Hey, Pugs, how are you, bud? Hey there, send it big. Yes, mate, before it turns into a Nancy Sinatra song. People, there's 2 people I want to shout out in chat. The first one is, oops. Codes Raves again. Please show them support. It was quite refreshing to watch their stream and see 2 people just enjoying fishing and company in that, okay?